Dialogflow CX is a great platform to build chatbots. It has support to Webhook as well. Webhook is a part where you connect external sources of information to your Dialogflow agent, like database, like third-party APIs, and much more. But building a webhook is a complex task. For smaller tasks, you can always use no-code platforms like make.com or Zapier or Replit. But for broader or complex use cases, you need to manage your own webhook. You can write the webhook in any programming language you like, any framework that supports HTTP request and response. I have solved the problem of developing a webhook. I have created a generic template using Python and FastAPI, which helps you write your webhook functions very easily, manage them very easily, and it is highly secure. So in this video, let's look into the generic webhook template using Python and FastAPI. I am here on my Dialogflow CX platform and I have selected a project and I have entered into an agent which at this point doesn't do anything except responding to hi. Now I'm here on my Visual Studio Code. This is the generic webhook template using Python and FastAPI. So we have this run.py, which is our starting point. Then I have a couple of things into the source folder, an actions folder, then config.py, main.py, schemas.py, and utils.py. Let's look into them one by one. Under config.py, I am reading this .env file and this xAPI key variable using python-.env package. I am utilizing that into this utils.py file to create a middleware which verifies the request from Dialogflow CX. So on Dialogflow CX, we will set this header and set this value against the header, and every time a request comes, we will verify the value. If the value is not present or if the value doesn't match, we understand that the request is not coming from Dialogflow itself. So this is how we secure the webhook. If I go to this main.py, I have only one route, webhook. The response model is webhook response, and it converts the incoming JSON body into webhook request object. In order to look at both the models, I'll go to schemas.py. Under that, there are many different pydantic classes, but we'll look into two of them. One is webhook request. So whatever data Dialogflow sends to our webhook, I convert that into pydantic class. I have used almost all the things, but I have left a couple of things in case you find that what you are looking for in the request is not present in the class. You can always add that. Second thing is this webhook response. So whatever possible things that you can send into the webhook response to Dialogflow, I have almost covered them. I'm not sure I have left anything, but in case you find that something is missing, you can always add your things into the class. So now under main.py, whenever a new request comes, we first verify that the request is coming from Dialogflow itself. Then we check the tag of the request, and then based on the tag, we do our things. At this point, it watches one tag, default welcome intent. So let's create that into our Dialogflow CX. I will go to this manage section. Under webhook, I'll create my first webhook. I'll say local test. I'll give you the timeout of 10 seconds. Very quickly, I'll open a new terminal and start ngrok on 5000 port. I have set the URL in ngrok. Ngrok provides one permanent URL for free, so you can grab that. Followed by Webhook. Under this auth section, I'll add one key, X API key, and I'll just very quickly copy paste the value here and save this. Now I'll go to the build section. Under start page, under default welcome intent, I'll move to webhook settings, enable webhook, select the webhook, give the tag name, save this. Now if I replay this, I did not start the server. So what I'll do is that I'll go to a terminal, source into the virtual environment, and I'll say Python run.py. It will start the server. So now if I retest this, hopefully we'll see this sample response and this payload. If you look here into this default welcome intent function, which is under actions, I'm sending two things, sample response and a sample payload. So in case you have connected your Dialogflow agent to a website via Dialogflow Messenger, or you want to send a custom payload, you can send it via this message class. All the schema is into the schemas folder. Now let's say you enable webhook in another route into your Dialogflow CX. What you need to do is that you just need to do else if tag equals to some tag, return create a function some tag, and then pass the webhook request, and then return the response of that. So what you need to do is go here, create some underscore tag dot py. My bad, I should have written underscore here. Okay, save this. I'll copy this part, paste here, some underscore tag. I'll import it, save this, and you can see now you are good to go. What you need to do is just replace whatever logic you have for that tag into this function, and you are good to go. I hope this video gives you a better understanding about this generic webhook using Python and FastAPI. I hope it helps you fast forward your webhook development. In case you feel that there is something missing in this generic webhook, you can always raise a PR on the GitHub. The link of the repository is in the description of this video. I'm looking forward you to using it, and in case you use it, please give it a star. That helps. Finally, if you like the content I make on my YouTube channel, please consider subscribing to my channel. That helps. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the life, feel the music. Peace.